On the outside, the Swift sports a sleek and modern design. Suzuki have introduced a new Horizon design line that wraps around the vehicle, creating a sense of motion. Rounded shoulder lines give it a sporty edge, while the iconic Suzuki badge proudly sits at the front of the bonnet. Lower headlight positions and L-shaped daytime running lights not only enhance visibility, but also add a touch of sophistication. And check out those clear rear tailgate lights.
MixxFM News for Carey covers for tarps of all shapes and sizes. Made to fit for trucks, grouper bins, trailers, boats and bunkers. Part of the Ace Radio Network, 94.5, 98.5 and 101.3 MixxFM.
24 degrees in Melbourne, mostly sunny, a top of 33 today. It's 9 o'clock. Good morning. I'm Dennis O'Kane. A legal expert says the sentence handed to Donald Trump in the United States is a real victory for the incoming president. He's been spared jail just 10 days before he's sworn into the White House. U.S. prosecutor Paul Cullen has told Today if Donald Trump were a normal person, he would have been at least fined or placed on probation.
Because the jail sentence or any kind of a sentence would have the capacity of interfering with his ability to act as president, the judge essentially said, in the interests of the country, it would be inappropriate to do anything but an unconditional discharge.
A blanket of heavy smoke is covering Los Angeles as crews battle deadly fires across the city. A smoke advisory warning is in place for the more than 17 million residents living in Southern California. LA County Supervisor Lindsay Horwath says outdoor exposure to smoke can harm everyone.
Limit exposure. Please remain indoors as much as possible. Avoid outdoor physical activity and run your air conditioner or air purifier if you have one.
10 people have died in the fires. Hundreds of thousands of people remain under evacuation orders. Back home, a male has died in a stabbing at Wyndham Vale. Kiara Parker is there.
Police were called to a park on Haynes Drive at about 11:30 last night following reports of a group of youths fighting. The victim, who is yet to be identified, was found with a stab wound. He received medical treatment but couldn't be saved and died at the scene. 2 other males were taken to hospital with life-threatening injuries. 4 males have been arrested and are now assisting police with their inquiries. A crime scene remains in place. In Wyndham Vale, Kiara Parker, 9 News.
A large grass and scrub fire has threatened homes in Avondale Heights. It broke out last night on Riviera Road. Crews quickly contained the blaze, but not before it threatened to spread to nearby houses. Residents have since returned to their homes. Police are seeking the public's help as they investigate a suspected hit-run near Albury. A 4-year-old suffered a head injury when he was struck by a car at Lavington yesterday morning. Police want to speak to the driver of a white Holden utility, which was seen in the area at the time. Briefly, in other news, the federal government is ramping up aerial surveillance of Australia's coastline in a bid to reduce the number of asylum seeker boats reaching the mainland. And the population of Lorne has swelled to more than 20,000 this weekend for the annual Pier to Pub swim. It's the event's 45th year. Maddie Hunter, who's won the juniors twice in a row, is moving up to the open swim today.
Hoping to improve what I did last year. Yeah, that's all I can ask for. I'm hoping 12 or 13 minutes. Last year I had the tide with me.
In finance, the Dow Jones has closed down 696 points and $1 Australian buying 61 US cents.
Sport for Horsham Bearings, Darlot Street. See the district's largest range of industrial supplies in-store and online at horshambearings.com.au.
Australian Open champion Yannick Sinner has moved to shut down talks surrounding his short-term doping ban. The issue reignited by Nick Kyrgios on the eve of the Australian Open.
I don't think I have to answer this, to be honest. I don't think anymore about this, but in my mind I know exactly what happened, and that's how I block it. I haven't done anything wrong. I don't want to respond on what Nick said or what other players says.
The finals at the Adelaide International are locked in, featuring all players from North America. Jessica Pegula takes on Madison Keys in the women's. Sebastian Korda and Felix Auger-Aliassime go head-to-head in the men's. Aussie teenager Emerson Jones has labelled her comparisons to former world number one Ash Barty as pretty special. The 16-year-old Queenslander has won a main draw wildcard for the Open after becoming the first Aussie junior girl at the top of the rankings since Jelena Dokic in 1998. 9:05, and that's the latest news in sport.
An advice message remains in place for the Grampians National Park bushfire, which is now contained. Halls Gap and parts of the Grampians National Park are now open to the public. Some sections of the National Park remain closed to the public due to ongoing fire suppression efforts. Many roads within the area also remain closed. Please check the Vic Traffic website for details. The latest information, including recovery and relief assistance, is available via the Vic Emergency website, the Vic Emergency app, and by calling 1-800-226-226.
Mix FM weather for Luxor House, serving traditional Chinese dumplings, shallow fry buns and mouth-watering Luxor noodles. Charlotte Street, Horsham.
The forecast for the Wimmera, fine and mostly sunny conditions today with east to northeasterly winds 25 kilometres, shifting southeast to southwesterly this evening. Today's fire danger rating is high. Partly cloudy tomorrow with a medium chance of showers and the chance of a thunderstorm, chiefly around the Grampians. A slight chance of showers elsewhere, tops in the low to mid-30s. Slight chance of a shower and thunderstorm on Monday, tops in the low to high 30s. Today, a top of 36 degrees for Horsham, 35 for Stawell, Ararat expecting 34.
Macca's new almond flavoured iced latte and caramel thick shake is here for a limited time. So, Macca's run.
It's currently 26 degrees.